welcome back. Today we're gonna go over this snowstorm in the Midwest and as well as even portions of the Northeast. So today we're gonna go over this storm with you that it's expected to bring tons of impacts, including an ice storm, and as well as possibly some flash flooding and even some thunderstorms. It could potentially be severe in the Southern Plains on Sunday night. Right now, if I get onto this video, I want to make sure you subscribe and like to this channel and like the video for more weather-related content. And so I hope you enjoy me today. Now here is today's weather forecast from the Weather Prediction Center, which the next several will be. Today it is showing, well, tomorrow actually, it's 6:30 when p.m. as I started recording this Central Time. Like approximately. So this is they updated and they're so this is technically tomorrow's forecast, which would be Sunday, and it's gonna bring in the storm into the Southern Rockies before ejecting out into the Midwest. And now we're looking at Monday's forecast, which we'll see bring heavy snow, which will be the worst day of impacts basically from this storm, which will bring heavy snow and a potential ice storm, as well as heavy rain and even some scattered thunderstorms remaining at this date. But we still have a couple of days out, and I can tell there's already some watches and warnings and advisories for this storms. So where this will be, well, he's starting sooner than other areas and higher confidence too, because it is closer out. And this is Tuesday's forecast now. And with the regions inside, with the storm being shifted mostly into the Northeast at this point, so most impacts are said to be over or by the time we get to this date. So this is really just was kind of a pretty impactful storm, and this is just something we need to watch for it or so. Now we're gonna look at the excessive rainfall forecast, but why the heck? Because I'm trying to point something out. Or more or less just bring you another hazard forecast. There could be some flash flooding in along the western Ohio Valley Monday and even in a Tuesday a little bit, like especially early on in Tuesday. But the fact that at like a couple inches of rain could fall and it's only marginal, I would potentially assume that they could be upgraded to a slight risk. Yeah, so maybe just have lower confidence on this still, and maybe they haven't done it yet, or it's just the forecast amounts, which is my opinion. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the heavy snow forecast, which is at least 4 inches of snow possibility, and this is actually just as today and tonight's snowstorm, and it could extend into early Sunday too, which actually it will be because and this is where the worst impacts will be: southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, and even into western Wisconsin. And just this is where the worst impacts will be from this storm, but it's not going to be as bad as it will be during the second snowstorm for the Midwest, which will mainly be early Monday, even to the afternoon hours. So, and this is day 2 now, with the second snowstorm beginning to shove its way into the southwestern US, while it's just dropping snow in the mountains and it seems completely harmless to low elevations for now, it will eventually become the impact from winter storm we'll be talking about out and we've come to know. So basically this is when and this storm's kind of just evolving and not really doing much damage and just heavy snow in the mountains and just some rain in lower elevations. Again, once this storm ejects out of the southern Rockies, it'll begin to kind of just go northeastward, eastward, and then also bring tons of impacts. And this is day 3, which is the day that we're gonna see all these impacts from the storm, including obviously heavy snow, to a narrow swath in the Midwest from the northeast Kansas all the way to southern Michigan. With the highest risk of heavy snow, which also appears to be where we're gonna see at least a foot of snow. Across will be northeast Kansas and all the way to the Iowa-Missouri border. So this is definitely something we need to start talking about. But we kind of are, so this is really something we need to share with you before this storm kind of does really start. And there's also going to be the southwestern system that will also become a major snowstorm, but we're not going to talk about that. It's not going to be a primary focus until now, but we're going to talk a little bit of it throughout the video. While mainly talking about this Midwestern snowstorm, and we have higher confidence and it will bring an impact to more people in the U.S., which will be in the Midwest. And again, and heavy snow will be expected from this system. And then a real system will move on shore to the Southwestern U.S. in like central California and even northern California, where we'll be seeing the most snow, which some models have at least predicted at 1.10 feet of snow. Isn't that kind of just mind-blowing? Being like out of a 7-day period or something like that. And I know I saw that somewhere, but it's just time to I can start talking about this snowstorm that we'll be seeing in the Midwest. And now we're going to why we going to the QPF for Monday. This is quantity precipitation forecast. They call it QPF is the abbreviation for that. Why we're going to this, because I have another point to get across, and hopefully this is the last, and this should be the last time I've need to do this voiceover, because I've done like several times already, and I think I finally should be. I'm obviously pretty sure I finally found out how to do this without something going wrong. Now, like a foot of snow, predicted for, let's say, the Iowa-Missouri border, and then this area sees like half an inch to an inch total quantity precipitation, and then it kind of just, and then this, and I would have, and then this, and then those things come true. I would have assumed that 10 to 15 unit snow to liquid ratio kind of is impressive for this system, which is what I'm predicting for this storm. And now we're supposed to be talking about the winter storm outlook for days 1 through 3, and then we're going to go through just Monday, as this is the real active winter day at the earliest that we can see for this map. You see, there are areas of orange and red where the worst impacts will be seen from this storm, which will also be the most likely, as specifically red, and for at least a foot of snow, which is obviously from northeastern Kansas all the way to southern Iowa and even northern Missouri. I've done this like almost 10 times, and I am not willing to do this anymore. And now we're gonna go to Monday, his outlook in terms of winter storm, and then this is the real active day for this, and you also could have seen how we're still in the upper Midwest snowstorm, and which specifically is just just in the Twin Cities and Des Moines area, which will actually eventually bring some impacts to the Chicago metro. It won't be major. In fact, the snowstorm won't be as bad as this current snowstorm is just kind of signaling the start of a active weather pattern. And it's not, and it's gonna start up a storm, and then now we're gonna look at the GFS models. Woohoo! Finally, yeah, and then this will include the band from north from northeastern Kansas all the way to the north, which for multiple times we've said this will be the area of the heaviest snow. So it's really important that we kind of gotta keep going on the forecast. So, and this is I believe the 12 of the same model warning. So, it's really important that we kind of still go over this, and then we're also gonna start talking about, and then like other models, we're also gonna be seeing the same pattern. Southwestern seeing at least for according to multiple forecasts until all these various models and even the Midwest snowstorm and will also at least foot of snow. I'm sorry. And it's also gonna, and these various models, and we're gonna, and the next of them, we're gonna move on to the European model, which will be, this band which obviously is following all the models. This European model is also kind of showing the start of another snowstorm, potential snowstorm, which this one will be across us locations further off to the south, which will include all like far southern Missouri and even far southern Illinois, and even maybe far northern Tennessee, according to this model, and as well as west portion and as well as across Kentucky, and maybe even as far as southern Indiana, even in southern Ohio, as far as this kind of seems right now. And then again, these models are also showing that there will be another separate snowstorm, possibly separate. This will possibly be a separate, but that's what some models show. And now we're gonna go to the northern suite of the models, which is GFS parallel. And so there will be this is why I'm calling this the northern suite, because this is actually kind of where I'm on the southern edge of this band, because unlike compared to other models, I'm kind of more in the heavier snow. Like, I'm in the Chicago metropolitan area, specifically the southern suburbs. So I'm expected to have like several inches of snow. So I'm also gonna check the forecast very frequently to myself. But I haven't changed much, like from just snow, which is what I'm seeing. But it'll be heavy too. And again, this is also this is also the model that shows the heaviest snow for the northeast region compared to other models. We're gonna go finally to the Canadian model. Finally turned everything down around my environment in here, and I can finally do this so peacefully. Yep. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Canadian model. And if you notice from the GFS parallel model, which is the one we just saw, it's kind of going in a more northern angle as it reaches northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin area, which most models don't even show that Wisconsin will at all get the heaviest snow. And this Canadian model here it's also showing like obviously wider area of a foot of snow. And again, and there are some uncertainties. Like one of them we kind of just talked over with you guys, which involves GFS parallel model. And this model scenario, it kind of just creates a new storm one briefly for the Northeast, which is not really a major snowstorm, but kind of more minor. And now we're gonna talk about this final model and then the ice storm out, and we're concluding the video for the day and night. UK model. Oh, we're seeing this storm. This will bring this obviously the swath of like other models up to like over a foot of snow in the same spots we've been seeing. We'll be getting the swath to like Iowa, Missouri border, and even northeast Kansas, and then yet again we're also gonna see how this kind of brings in quite some snow, and another system will bring quite some snow across us us mountains of northern Arizona, even and near the Four Corners region, even kind of across that. So this is really just something we need to watch out for. And now we're gonna go to the ice storm forecast, which will conclude our video for the day. We are seeing this ice storm as a likely impact from this major system, which other impacts will be as flash flooding possibly, and even some severe weather and some scattered thunderstorms too. This ice storm should bring a really narrow swath of tenth of an inch from northern Missouri and all the way to the northeastern region. And that is it for today. I want to make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video for more weather-related content.